Just our common sense, everyday perception of the Earth, it is flat as far as we can tell. It is motionless as far as we can tell. And everything in the sky is revolving around us as far as we can tell. If nobody told us otherwise, we'd logically assume that the Earth was flat, motionless, with everything in the sky revolving around us.
Just our common sense, everyday perception of reality. This train is motionless as far as we can tell, and everything outside goes backwards at 300 kilometers per hour as far as we can tell. If nobody told us otherwise, we would logically assume that the chair and the people inside are motionless while the rest of the earth goes back.
Yes, science!
I don't care what you believe. You believe whatever you want. The problem comes about is if you are in denial of an emergent scientific truth and you wield power.
As you say, the gyroscope. In a plane, there is an artificial horizon. It's based on a gyroscope. And if you spin a gyroscope on a surface, it will want to stay upright. You can twist and tilt the surface as much as you like. The gyroscope will stay upright. A plane has a gyroscope. It starts following the curve of the Earth. The gyroscope would stay upright, which means artificial horizon will start to roll backwards. But it doesn't. That's absolute proof that a plane flies over a flat surface rather than a curved one.
Mysteries of flat earth. You actually have the proof right, but the last statement is wrong. This behavior of gyroscope doesn't refer to a flat earth, rather refers to a round earth. Let's assume for a moment that the earth is flat. Then the gravity will be something really different, always pointing towards the center. We all know that the gyroscope stays upright to the surface due to the gravity. It should be pointing to the center as we go outward, so it won't remain upward in a flat earth and the horizon will go backwards. It will be pointing towards the center. In a round earth, however, gyroscope axis always points to the center of the earth, which always will be perpendicular to the surface. That means the gyroscope will always upward and horizon won't go back. That is absolute proof that the plane flies over a curved surface, not a flat one.
If they want to say the Earth is 6,000 years old, it's probably because their electorate thinks so. And so as an educator, my task is to educate the electorate, so that they could then vote people into office who can make sensible legislative decisions that can affect us all and not derive from their personal private belief system.
If a sniper is trying to hit something at a great distance, they have to take into consideration the spinning of the Earth. They say that as the bullet leaves the muzzle of the gun, it's now independent of the rotation of the Earth, so the Earth will spin away from where the bullet, and you have to take that into account. They say that about artillery shells as well, that it's not true. If that was true, a sniper would have to spend ages and ages calculating how to make that shot, and they don't. They literally take into consideration the wind, the elevation, and they don't take Coriolis effect into consideration at all.
Mysteries of flat earth. Saying no confidently without any solid evidence doesn't actually change the real fact, but that is the way of a flat earth believer. All well-known sniper academies around the world confirms explicitly that after a certain distance, the Coriolis effect is very promising and has to be taken into account to hit the target accurately. If they were wrong about this, then taking into consideration the spin where there isn't any would have made their every shot futile over a long distance. But they don't miss anything. If they were lying, however, that would make the entire military actors, which is pretty much absurd and should be dismissed right away.
Whatever they're believing, it can't be a truth that applies to everybody, because other people believe what they do with no less fervor.
If you watch the trajectory of the space shuttle, it doesn't go straight up. It always goes in a curve and out to sea. The point is, they actually go horizontal, never goes any further up, very, very low down in the atmosphere, because it drops its external tank while it's still in the atmosphere. So it's still in the atmosphere while it's horizontal, so it never gets any higher, and it goes out of sight, not because it goes too high, because it goes too far downrange. It seems nobody's ever on the space shuttle, and the proof of that is is the Challenger disaster. In 1986, the Challenger exploded just after takeoff and killed 7 astronauts. But it turns out that 6 of the astronauts are still alive, and most of them are using their original names. And you find pictures of them that they're using the same names, doing ordinary jobs now. Teachers, lecturers, lawyers, whatever, but they're still alive. I think it's a mock-up. It's an empty shell and literally just dishes in the sea, out of sight.
Mysteries of flat Earth. The trajectory of the space shuttle depends on the destination of the payload. There are 2 types of payload deliver, one that puts the payload into the lower Earth orbit and the other for reaching outer space like Moon or Mars. If we have to put something into orbit, launching it straight into the sky won't do it. It should be gradually brought into orbit by making it run along the Earth's surface at orbiting altitude. In case of outer space launches, rocket use the spin of the Earth and bends in the direction of the spin to get out of the gravitational pull. Same if you put a stone at the end of a cable and pin it. If the string breaks, then the stone flies tangent to the direction of the rotation. Rockets are the same. The booster is used to cut off the gravity.
Conflict in society is when you have those who are still religious, who want to use their religious text as their access point to understanding the natural world. And persistent efforts of the past to make that happen have just simply failed. Bible does not work as a science textbook. In fact, Galileo knew this, and he himself was a religious man. He's famously quoted as saying, "The Bible tells you how to go to heaven, not how the heavens go."
There is also a very strange thing about that photo, but that is a thing for another video. The flat earth is a thing that mankind dished over 500 years ago. Somehow it resurrected on the basis of bullshit. It seems like flat earth believer went into frozen hibernation 500 years ago and he was awakened by Eric Dubé in 2015, who pretty much got tired of doing yoga and decided to feed this generation with some flat earth crap. If you still believe that the earth is a globe, then congratulations, human evolution is still possible. More about this topic in the next video, where I actually prove them wrong with 10th grade logic. Now, the earth is flat or a globe. The like button is still flat. Have some views on your own? Put them in the comments. That is also flat. Don't forget to subscribe for future flat and round stuff. Last but not the least, thank you for watching.